Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, brand new vlog. That's it is day number 33 of posting every single day for the next 365 days. So if you are new here, make sure you subscribe and leave a like because we are grinding every single day for the next, or we are posting every single day for the next 365 days. Just talking about my life, mental health, and just topics that I want to talk about and things in general that I talk about. But it's another beautiful, beautiful day outside. Let's show it off. Like I said, another beautiful day. Let me get into the car and we'll talk more about what's going to be today's video. Alrighty, yeah. So I think today's video, I'm going to open up to you guys about my rock bottom, the things I did, and just everything that happened that put me to my rock bottom, and just open up to you guys about it, because I've already, talked about it, but it was like almost around the Christmas time when I did open up about my mental health and the struggles, having dark days and all that type of stuff. And I think today we'll just open more about it because ended up getting into an argument with my grandpa that I live with. It's just annoying and the nagging and just, yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys why I kind of just stick to my own now. I can't really stick with family unless it's my dad, my brother, my sister, or other close family I'm close with. But yeah, we're gonna open up and I'm gonna tell you guys my life, what I did. That like when I say what I did, is like I am not proud of the actions that I did. I'm not proud of the things I did in the past. I can't change what I did in the past, but that's why I turned my life around to not do those things again, to be a better person, to just be better in general. Because like I said, and you think doing, going out, partying, drinking, drugs, all that type of stuff is fun. Just like think about how it will make you feel in the future to look back and be like, wow, I didn't change because I kept doing these things, or I just didn't want to improve my life. Ain't that type of stuff, that just made me realize, like, I don't want to look back and be like, I'm proud of those moments. I'm not proud of those moments. I'm not. And if you guys are wondering, I'm looking at my phone because I'm posting the newest video that the world changed 5 years ago. COVID was obviously March 13th was the 5 year mark, but this video is going up a little bit 5 days after. But yeah, so we'll talk more about this topic when I get to work. Wish me luck. I don't know if my coworker that sent me a message yesterday is gonna be good or bad. Who knows? But like I said, whatever that the cause may be, or whatever the thing may be, or incident or drama, and I'm still gonna treat you with the respect that matters. Because like I said, I learned to just treat everyone with respect, no matter how many grudges you hold or any of that type of stuff. You can't let that affect you and make you think about that person. I'll always treat people with respect. We'll have the same vibe. If we're not talking in the first couple hours of the trip, we'll talk later on. We don't have to speak, but I'm always gonna have to have the high vibes and all that type of stuff. So enough rambling before we go to work, and you guys all know the drill. I'll catch you guys all when I'm on my break. God, you guys, so much things just happened in the past 3 hours. I cannot wait to tell you guys it, but I'm not going to disclose any names because I know I can't get in trouble if I don't disclose any names or any of that type of stuff. So things got heated, things got juicy, things got me for new ideas to show you guys what it's like working a fast food job when people don't like your opinions and all that type of stuff. But obviously today we're going to talk about, my downfalls of drinking and smoking, all this type of stuff of being suicidal, my lowest on my low. But right now, we're gonna do that a little bit later. My friends came by. I'm gonna hang out with them in my 30, just talk and catch up because I haven't seen one of my friends in a while. And he had a kid 6 months ago, and this guy never answers my messages when I text him. I get it. He's a girl dad. I'm happy for him and all that type of stuff. So I just want to spend 30 minutes with him, because I don't get to see him a lot. And yeah, but obviously when we go inside in the dining room or any of that type of stuff, we'll talk about my mental health and what I did, and just open up more to you guys about it. And maybe at the ending of the video when we do the outro, we'll talk more about what happened with everything and all that type of stuff. Oh, I'm so happy. But hey, I'm gonna put my foot down on things that people can't tell me what I can and can't do, and that's just how it is. We have like about 5 more minutes and then we are closed. Let me get this recording out real quick before anything big happens. But we were so busy from 10 to 1. Oh my god, so many cars, so many big door dashes. It was insane. But hey, we made it through it. Another great day. No matter what happened between me and my coworker, I'm always gonna say it's a great day, because at the end of the day, I really don't care what these people think. Like I said, my new quote is, my worst nightmare is your reality coming true. So I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life clocking in and out every single day. That's not just gonna happen. But yeah, we're gonna talk more so about what I've been through, my downfalls or any of that type of stuff. And yeah, it's just something I've learned. I've been through the worst of the worst. I done drugs, did all that downfall stuff, and it made me see life different. That's why I treat a lot of people with respect. I treat a lot of people with it. No matter if you're mad at me or not, I always treat you with respect. I am also gonna get Carlos here when I get off, so we'll talk more so when I'm waiting for the food. But yeah, I've been through the worst of the worst. We'll talk more on the car because I can talk louder and maybe like 2 minutes or any that type of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna finish doing my manager stuff, and then we will go from there. And I gotta still film the thumbnail. There's so much stuff I gotta do. But yeah, we're gonna close out the Friday as a good day. And also, we are on the road to 2K right now. We're at 1920, I believe. We're almost there. So, you know, if you are new, subscribe. Let's hit the road to 2K and just keep on grinding. Alrighty, so I am at Carl's Jr. right now, and I just got a double famous start because I didn't want Wendy's again to eat before I go to bed again. I don't want to eat that, but yeah, like I said, I suffered with very, very bad depression. I have very, very bad PTSD, and there's a lot of things I'm not proud about that I've made past mistakes that I can't fix. And at the end of the day, I know I can't fix it, but all I did was try to become a better person, be more respectful, say thank you. But the big topic is that I was suicidal. I was so suicidal that I didn't care about my life when my mom died, when my sister died. I just didn't care about my life because that was my world. That was my everything. Like, you never expected to hear that your mom passed away or any of that type of stuff, you know? Like, now, like, thinking in the future that my mom won't be here when I get married. My mom won't be there, like, when I have my first child. She won't be a grandchild. Like, you know, even thinking about this gets me emotional because, like, it just sucks that she won't be able to, and that's when my world became crumbling down, because my mom was my number one supporter when it came to social media, when it came to all this type of stuff, because she believed that I had a voice to change millions of people with mental health. And someone who struggled with it, I'm very, very open about what happened in my life, what I went through, all the traumatic things, because all those things, those chapters where I was at my rock bottom, that may be who I am today, to become a better person, to realize I don't want to be like that person who was disrespectful, who didn't care about people's lives or any of that type of stuff. I want to be the person that, you know, if you're struggling with mental health, you know, let's sit down and talk. You know, struggling with depression, you know, anxiety, and that type of stuff. Let's talk and figure out what we can do to help you become a better person to overcome that. You know, I've done drugs that I'm not proud of. You know, I drank and kind of drove before. You know, this is gonna be all new to my family members. Like, I wasn't proud of any of that type of stuff that I was doing. Like, I wasn't proud of doing those type of things. But, you know, you meet people, you try things with friends, and then you end up doing it. You get addicted at sometimes, you know. There's, like, I can't, like, do alcohol. Like, alcohol I cannot do. Like, I'll do it here and there with friends if we're out, like, bowling or or just out just chilling, you know. I'll do, but drinking it all the time I can't, because of what it did to my family when I was growing up, you know. You know, depression killed me. I lost a lot of friends because of that. You know, I was getting high to the point where I was being high, so high to the stars that I was driving. Like, I'm not proud of these moments that I'm telling you guys, because I just gotta say, like, I'm trying to become a better person and just be better at my life. And, you know, I've made mistakes. I can't change. I know that. But what I can do is become the best version of myself and become a better person in my life for my family and all that type of stuff. Like, my goal is to retire my dad. I don't want my dad to worry about finances or all this type of money that we had to struggle with, because it's just like, I never want my dad to really think about it. I want him to live his life. I want him to have the life, because he lost my little sister. Like, that was his baby girl, you know. Like, it's crazy to believe that happened, and it sucks. But again, we don't know what God has for us. We don't know what the point was. We don't know any of that type of stuff. And at the end of the day, I always thank the Lord. I always thank my parents, and I always thank it for giving me a better life and trying to help me improve and become a better person, because at the end of the day, I can't. That's the only way I could do. That's the only way I could do, is become a better person moving forward and all that type of stuff. Now, I'm going to focus on driving, because do not do that. I just had to go on that little rant. But I'll let you guys know when I get home, and we'll close up the outro and talk a little bit more about it. Well, good news is I didn't forget the light this time. But yeah, that's just going to conclude today's video. Like I said, I'm not proud of these things that I've done, but I'm opening up to you because tell you that And then literally you can, if you're someone who is in that position, who is doing drugs, drinking, going out, or just not happy with themselves and doing all this to cope. I was in that position, but the only way to do it is try get rid of those negative habits and put in positive habits. See life differently. Do things that are gonna be better for you, and just watch your mental health, watch your body, eat healthy, and all that type of stuff. And watch how much your life can change. Like I said, your life can change in the next 365 days. It could change in 2 weeks. It could change in 6 months. You never know what it can happen. What can happen if you take the risk of doing it. And I took the risk to change my life, and I think the best thing I ever did was changing my life, being happy and at peace, and not caring what people think or what I do or any of that type of stuff. But yeah, I've done things I'm not proud of, like I said, and I just want you guys to know that I'm a human too. I can admit to these things, and I've suffered with these things, and I just became a better person. I just want to become a better person every single day, and just strive to chase my goals and make my dreams a reality. Because if I could do it, you could do it as well. Because, like I said, we are grinding every single day for the next 365 days from January 2025 to January 2026. Like I said, your life can change if you take that risk, make your dream goal or whatever it is a reality. Manifest it through the law of attraction. It will happen. Be a positive person. Be thankful and grateful for everything you have. Because the worst case scenario, we could be in a war in Europe or any of that type of stuff. And if you are new here, please subscribe. I'm basically posting every single day. And leave a like. And if you're someone who's struggling with mental health, anxiety, and that type of stuff, my DMs are always open. You are not alone. I'm telling you guys this. You are not alone. I'm going to try to open up more and tell you guys more about my life and what I've been through, because that's what I want to create. And I want to use my story to change your life and show you guys that you are not alone. And yeah, I'll see you guys all for tomorrow's video.